Yeah, in case in
Okay.
case I need to remember something.
Right.
That's
I,
another thing. It's
I
like,
don't know the medications that she was on,
Mhm.
but I said, well, didn't you have withdrawal? And she said, oh, yes. Oh,
Mm.
yes. Oh,
yeah.
yes. Mhm.
The thing that gets me is the acid reflux medicine. I
Yeah.
tried to get myself off of that. I've been on it for years. You know, I tried it. I think I was 10 days into it, and it was ridiculous. I had to go back on it because it's like your body's addicted to it.
Mhm.
It's your
I
Well,
acid.
and something along that lines, those kind of questions, which I don't have an answer for. If you would consider having a three-way call with my friend with all the information he's worked with in the past, he might have an answer, might have a suggestion. You can see how
And
that would
because
work.
of the fibro, I'm like so allergic. I get so many side effects from stuff.
Me too.
Seems like I'm always getting headache or something, no matter what medication I'm taking. It's
Mhm.
like I feel
And
worse.
sometimes I do believe that the medical field,
I want you to feel shitty. So you stay
they when they put a label on something, then that is supposed to be the answer to every problem.
Right.
Everything you have, well, it's because of my fibro. Well, it's because of my fibro. Well, maybe it's not. Who knows?
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, but
Yep.
it just
Cindy,
seems
I
like
took myself off the acid reflux medicine too and had to go back on, but I'm trying it again, getting off of it because I don't want to take it forever.
right. They say
And
it's not good.
it's
They
not good. In fact, the last time I went to my gastro doctor and I told him that had taken myself off again, and he said, "Good." He said, but he told me to try taking Pepsid. Um,
right.
yeah, and that helps.
Now,
And I really have to
sometimes our
watch what
bodies
I
don't
eat.
make en- our bodies don't always make enough digestive enzymes as we get
Mm-hmm.
older. We
Mm-hmm.
need
Mm-hmm.
help with that, and sometimes it's really not too much acid. Sometimes it's not
Too
enough.
little. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was reading, that you don't have enough to,
Mm-hmm.
because I've had testing done and my digestion is so slow. It's like, it just sits there and doesn't move. And I think, when you add a pill on top of it that
Exactly.
that takes care of the acid that's supposed to be digesting your food, how does it move through? It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's
Some, sometimes probiotics can really help
Yeah.
yeah.
I take
because
probiotics.
they're too that even though we don't, maybe we're not on an antibiotic, so many of the foods are grown with antibiotics that we
Mm-hmm.
don't know that we're getting them,
Mm-hmm.
and that destroys our good bacteria.
Yeah. Uh, I take a lot of supplements. It's just, but who knows, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it now. I've got glaucoma and I've got start of macular degeneration. So it's kind of like, all right, so I take the Preservision Arids too. You're supposed to take it twice a day. I only take it once because it bothers my stomach because there's a lot of zinc in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I just went to the doctor today and she said, oh, you have to change your glaucoma drop. It's like, oh, come on. I'm tired of it. I want to be healthy. Just tired of the pain and tired of the
Mm-hmm.
unhealthiness.
Mm-hmm.
I just turned 70. I want to be, I know people see me traveling and stuff, but I still, still got the pain, still got the issues, with the body. So I just try to not think about it when I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it
Well, I
takes my
admire
mind
your
off.
spunk. That's great. That you
It's,
get up and go and do it anyway. That is
Mm-hmm.
marvelous.
I
Mm-hmm.
know. It's like if I don't, then I feel worse.
And I admire you and your husband that you were uh, smart and wise with your finances that you have the funds to go and do all the things you do.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Thankful for him that took care of that. You know, there's ways to get around it. You know, you have to, but I want to do it while I can, and I want to stay, you know, healthy, but I'm not. Or get healthy, you know. So sorry, I'm taking up time.
Oh no, that's okay. We're just chit-chatting. We can also ask.
This her chat about traveling reminds me too that I had a thought back in my mind months ago that if I ever get in touch with Cheryl, I might have some thoughts on how she could eat better traveling. Because it's very different, even if they always split their meals, it's
Yeah.
still full of salt and full of, different things that we don't really need.
Yes, I know. It's like you go to a hotel and it's like it's got a breakfast buffet. Okay, what do I choose? It's like,
Right.
and it's all carbs, a lot of carbs. They
Mm-hmm.
put huge bagels and, you know, all kinds of stuff, and pancake machines and waffle machines, and they do have oatmeal and they do have eggs, and sometimes they put like egg white omelets and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like in the
Mm-hmm.
buffet, you know, trying to, and whole eggs. A lot of places now will have boiled eggs in their fridge, which, you know, I try to eat protein, but maybe not as much as I
That's my
should.
downfall in one of those hotels. Then I always have a waffle.
It's like they're
Because I
so
don't ever have
good.
anything like that at home.
It's
So I
like
have
I
a
don't either.
waffle, but I like it with peanut butter on it.
Oh, that's interesting. You
And
know,
then a little syrup to top it off.
yeah,
Oh, so bad.
yeah. So it's like not knowing what to choose.
Yeah.
And oh, your meal comes with fries. I said, well, is there anything else I could have besides fries?
Mm-hmm.
Every single place you go, it's
I
I
was
think,
surprised. My family went to Red Lobster a week ago Sunday for Father's Day, and they did not even offer a green salad with the meals as one of the sides.
They sure don't. Extra.
Coleslaw,
Mm-hmm.
coleslaw, but you had to pay 2.69 or something to get
Mm-hmm.
like a green salad, like
Right.
a side salad.
Right.
They didn't even offer it.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outback does that too now. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what?
Outback does that too. They don't offer a salad as a side. You have to buy.
Huh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier for them to throw a bunch of fries in the, you know, thing, and but it's like I said, all carbs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, and you don't know what they're putting in that oil either. They sometimes put sugar in the oil and different things to make it brown up quickly.
yeah.
And you don't know how often they've used
They
the same
change it,
oil.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know anybody that's works with gluten-free stuff?
My daughter is gluten free.
I don't
And
know if you know about Mr. Mike's Grill on Wayne Road, on the
no,
west side of Wayne Road,
Oh, I think,
just
yeah, I
sort
think,
of kitty cornered across from the post office. Um, they had a separate kitchen because one of the sisters that owns it is, what do you call that disease?
Celiac disease.
celiac or Crohn's.
She has celiac, and so they're really careful. They even have a separate French fry and stuff. So if
well,
you go
that's good to
there,
know because
yeah.
our daughter, you know, I don't know, this is kind of off the subject, but I had the ancestor or the 23andMe test for DNA,
Mhm.
and it came back that I have a propensity towards having celiac, which is something that is interesting because our daughter can't eat gluten anymore. She had just such an intolerance. She's totally off of it. And so no breads. She's very careful about what she eats. And man, she's in such, healthy as far as her, ever since she's gotten off of it. And, except she's got, a certain thing that she's working and getting healthy about, but she's lost weight and she's like in good shape for somebody that's going to be 40. But I wondered about what's in the breads and stuff that,
Yeah, well, they're too, they've hybridized the bread so much over the last number of years, and they put stuff in it, and it's bread, and it's higher gluten than it used to be. And so I try and stay away from bread and stuff. I'm not a purist, but I do think it has a lot to do with bloating and different things. And I know a lot of like the Philippines and some other countries won't even buy our wheat. So if you knew of a store that sold Filipino cookies or something, they would probably be gluten free,
wow,
at
it's
least
interesting.
healthier. A lot of European countries, a person that's gluten free can eat their breads because it's so different.
Filipino, huh?
Philippine won't
It's
you so if you
interesting.
have cookies made in Philippines, they won't be made with American wheat.
Hmm.
Maybe
Well,
we should consider Mr. Mike's Grill for our next luncheon. That's a possible idea. What do you ladies think?
that's fine with me. I'd like to try different things, so.
I don't know if they have their booths the partition might come down. I'm not sure. I know they have like a little back room, but I don't know if they have enough people to man it, unless they knew ahead you were coming,
Okay,
maybe. Hmm.
like a
Yeah, we
reservation
can,
or
yeah,
something.
we could check into it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go have dinner there or lunch or something and check it out. But
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
take your daughter there.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
or your
If I ever
husband.
see her, she's very busy. She is a esthetician up in Lapeer, and
Oh,
she does holistic treatment for skin. She makes her own products. She grows her own stuff. She makes, she is very into health and really takes care of herself. So,
Great.
Sorry,
but
my
yeah.
mom's on the phone.
So
I have to mute.
what's that?
I said my mom's on the phone, so if you hear her talking in the background, I apologize. I was gonna mute my microphone.
That's all right. Anybody got any questions for Natalie?
Actually, I do for Natalie. For your Shaklee products, what are some of the ingredients? Do you guys have like any products that are like gluten free or lactose free because of our stomach issues and sensitivities? Or what's the basic ingredients in them? Like the shakes, for example, and the whatever you guys have.
yeah, the shakes, well, this old one of mine is they're all gluten free, but um this one shake is a certified non-genetically modified soy. Then we also have some that are pea protein. We have some that are um, um, in the sports line, and a new one we're getting, which I didn't bring out. Um, One of the new ones that's coming out in October is called sparkling protein. It's a little, just a second. I have a can right here. This one is a whey protein. It is 12 ounces and it has 40 grams of protein. So it's really helpful to get a lot of protein and and it's proprietary blend of whey, and it's got extra leucine for muscles, and It doesn't have any sugar. It has monk fruit and some other things. But if you go online to my website, which you'll find if you use that QR code, or I can, do we have a chat on here?
Mm-hmm.
At the bottom is,
Oh, yeah, at the bottom, like right next to where it says participants.
Oh, okay. When somebody else is talking, I'll put my website in there because if you open up any product or if you find the catalog, it'll show everything that most everything. I can't think of anything that would not be gluten free. Um, the skincare is all gluten free. I mean, I don't know about household cleaners. They wouldn't have wheat in them anyway.
Right. Right.
now is that one, the last one you showed, is that like a meal replacement? Or is that
No, it's
just
just
something?
to elevate your protein, they call it.
Okay.
This one also says natural GLP-1 support. So it's for these people that are losing too much muscle. They can just drink it like a person would have a sports drink or you have a I don't know, what do you call those power drinks that they use? But this one's protein instead of being caffeine or something like that. Um, and it has 1 gram of carbohydrate. And so it's gonna be just the protein, and it's got like a little fizz, like seltzer or like a pop, and it's lemon lime. So if one of you want to have a little party and get together, I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree and see if I can find some little shot glasses
Shot glasses. Yeah, I was just
so that I can give people little samples because because I was at the conference and bought a special package that they had. I got a case of these, so I have 12, but otherwise they're not for sale till October.
Hmm.
So whatever samples I use, I'm not going to give you a whole bottle.
Now is there a protein thing that you can use or mix up to replace a meal? Like, let's
Yes,
say,
yes,
like
yeah.
a,
Well, this one that I showed you, it's called a supplement because it doesn't have a lot of fiber. It doesn't have all the vitamins, but my husband and I used it for breakfast for 30 years before they brought out the new one, and we took our vitamins with it.
hmm.
But the new one is
She gets up pretty fast.
No, yeah.
Probably heard me.
new one comes in a pouch. Comes in a pouch.
I was just talking about you. You get up pretty fast.
Oh,
It takes me a while nowadays.
the new one comes in a pouch, and it's 20 grams of protein and it is a meal replacement. 6 grams
What
of fiber, 24 vitamins and minerals. It has 100% of vitamin D. It has 100% of the B12, and some of the others are like 35%. And then it's gluten-free, it's vegan, it's non-GMO, it's zero sugar, they're all
what do you mix with?
low glycemic index, and that they come in vanilla and chocolate. The older one that I still have on my shelf, uh, they have I'm not sure if they're going to keep those around or not now that they've brought out this sort of advanced one. So
So
I
what
don't
do
know.
you mix it with to
Well,
make it?
you can put it in a jelly jar with some milk and shake it, or you can use almond milk, or I use water, but I use a blender and I put in, like this morning I had a stalk of kale, uh, a carrot, and half a stalk of celery.
And put that all in there.
When I clean up my broccoli, I put the broccoli stems in there, or
Oh man.
this, you always cut off the end of the asparagus. It goes in my smoothie.
Okay.
Um, the leaves that come around the cauliflower, they end up in my smoothie. A little bit of each, I just drink all my vegetables that I can. I don't throw anything away, partly because I'm frugal.
Right, right.
And,
Okay.
Natalie,
and I don't have any chickens to feed it to.
oh no. I had a question about your products. Like, what are the general price ranges for each item, like your shakes, for example, or your vitamin supplements, or do they vary?
They vary. Um, the shake, the Life Shake, which is a meal replacement, is about 350 or 370 a serving, but it's a meal.
Okay.
The supplement that I said that goes in this little package that we're offering at a special price, it's about $1.50, $1.70. That was one of the reasons we put that in the package because it has 14 grams of serving of the protein instead of 20, but it's half the price. So sometimes price means a lot to people. And the multivitamin, it's about 50 cents a day. Um, and things are different price. They're all on my website, or I can, you know, if you let's see, I think I have all your phone numbers. What I can do if we're done here, I'll just text you a catalog if you'd like to look at the catalog online. And then,
I have a question about the vitamins. A lot of vitamins today, they have a different formula for people over 50. Do you have anything for people over 50?
That's what this one is. It's
Okay.
called, see, it's gold. It's called, and Centrum has silver, we have gold.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But then we also have for women with iron because they're still menstruating, men without iron. And then the gold is for people over 50.
And that's without iron, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And it comes with or without K.
Okay.
Depends on, so if the doctor's, a doctor can adjust your medication to your body, but no, they want you to adjust your body to their medication. So we have the with or without K.
Okay. Yeah, I take a vitamin D with K per my cardiologist. Vitamin D. K.
We have a wonderful vitamin D3, and it's 2,000 international units in the little tiny pill about the size of my fingernail.
Okay.
And a lot of I have heard physicians who are health professionals who started using our products say that they could cut the dosage of their patients in half because of the raw ingredients and the processing and the development of the Shaklee products they just give out more. You get more results from what just because the way they're made well. I don't know how to say that.
Where are your products made?
I have no idea. They contract out the product. The last I knew, the only product that was made out of some of the bars I think are made in Canada. We do have protein bars too. We have a meal bar that's about so big. It's 20 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber and whatever. And then we have snack bars that are half that size. They're about $2 or $4. I think the last I knew those were made in Canada, but everything is made according to Shaklee's. I know the proper name is not recipe. Specifications. They have to test all their raw ingredients. Every raw ingredient is put through 350 tests, but most of the nutrition things are made as far as I know, in the United States. But like I said, the fish oil used to come from Sweden or somewhere where they harvested the
Norway or somewhere like that.
Yeah, somewhere over that way.
Do you have anything specifically for energy?
May I sound like I'm in a rut? The protein,
Okay.
the protein, the vitamins that give you, like 27 different multivitamins and minerals and things that are absorbed. The B vitamins help with energy.
Hmm.
They can help well, just in general, B vitamins help convert food to energy. And our Bs are, I don't know if you've ever been in a store where they had one that was like 25, 25, 25, 25, or, well, that's not the way they are in nature. For
Hmm.
example, uh, well, let me see. Some of these come in micrograms, some of them come in milligrams, because that's the way they are in nature.
Hmm.
And so that's the way the company puts them together. And but there too, that little package, um, I didn't think to show you. I guess I don't have a picture of it on right handy here at my table, but um, anyone who purchases that little package, I have a sheet I give them, and it's like, this is how I feel now. And there's all this list of things, and you check off anything that bothers you, and then you put it up in the cupboard. And at the end of the 30 days, you get the piece of paper back out and say, oh, I forgot about this. This is better. Oh, it hasn't helped this a bit. Or whatever, and then, but I've had people that just started on the multivitamin and said they had more energy. So who knows?
Okay.
I know
Everything's
that
worth a try. The thing of it is, if you take one pill and hate it, or if you empty the bottle and say, I don't think so, you get your money back.
Hmm.
Okay.
I know that I take for my macular degeneration, the eye doctor said to take this preservation Arids too, and it's got tons of zinc in it. Do you sell supplemental zinc, like through your products, or because I was thinking about taking a different multivitamin that's got more vitamins in it, but I
Well,
need the
there
extra.
too. It'd be so wonderful if we could just sit down at the table. Either if you don't want to do it at a restaurant, I make house calls. Uh, and you could get out your bottles and we could get out my labels and correspond and see what might work and try
Yeah,
it, put your stuff up in the cupboard for a month and try this for a month. If you feel better, great. If you don't, you'll get your money back. You can go back and use up your old stuff.
yeah,
So
it's
whatever works.
We're down to 2 minutes and 26 seconds before this
Okay.
session wraps up.
Well, I gotta go see a friend this afternoon. So if you don't have any other specific questions, I think I'll just let you talk about me in your last session.
Sounds good. I did have one quick question for you, Natalie.
Oh, okay.
For the cleaners, do you sell household like Pledge? Like I know they have Pledge at the store, but it has a lot of scent or chemicals. Do you sell any furniture spray, to dust tables and stuff that are like less chemicals with your products?
I could say yes and no. We don't
Okay.
have anything like Pledge. Our organic cleaner, I um you put 2 drops in a pint bottle of water for a window cleaner and it costs you a penny.
Okay.
You put a quarter of a teaspoon in a different bottle and use it for all-purpose cleaner. I missed a cloth with the window cleaner to dust with. If I want to treat my furniture, I have an oil that I purchased from a friend that I've used for about 30 years. Her uncle used to make it in his garage, and now she makes it. It's supposed to be a recipe from the Black Forest of Germany. That's not Shaklee, of course, but I just treat my furniture with that once a year. And but if you mist a cloth and dust with the basic H, it picks up the dust and it helps the surface not to have the dust stick to it. And there too, I have sample if you want to try samples of the product for cleaning. I have buckets with all the cleaners. I drop them off. You do your laundry, do whatever you want to do for a couple of weeks and bring me back the bucket and the bottles.
Right.
I had one person bring me back the bucket empty and clean, labeling the bottles is the most work. But
Well,
thank
thank you.
I mean, do you think I need to come back, or do you think
I think we finished everything up. I mean, if
Yeah.
yeah,
any questions you have, I'll send you that catalog and
Yeah.
you all have my number anyway, I think.
yeah.